Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to the Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke. I am Atyrum, and today we're heading out this way onto this route, which I don't know the name of. I'm really looking forward to once we get into... Oh, well, I'm running out of space. My inventory again. I should probably clear that out at some point. But I'm really looking forward to the point where we actually have the route names pop up when we enter a new route, because then I'll actually be able to tell you where we are, but... I'm not entirely sure what game we're going to Nuzlocke after this one, but I'm definitely planning on doing more Nuzlockes after we finish Pokemon Silver here. We still got a little while yet, but we are getting up to the last gym in Johto, and after that we don't have a whole lot left because Kanto is a little bit shorter than Johto, so I would imagine we'd probably end up with less than 20 episodes for this series, which isn't a bad thing by any means. It's mostly a result of me editing out, all the random battles and all that kind of stuff, and cutting out all the grinding and everything like that, so... And speaking of cutting things out, I ran back and healed real quick there because we were getting a little bit low on health. I think we have one trainer up this way to fight real quick. And then we gotta head back down the other way on the route to finish. Alright, and then back over this way, a couple more fishermen, and then we actually can catch a Pokemon on this route as well. And there is some grass. Oh, I still haven't cleared up my items yet, have I? I should probably do that off camera at some point. I don't think we pick up anything too useful right now. We do pick up the HM for Waterfall when we go through Ice Path here, but obviously that goes into our TMs and HM's pockets, so we don't have to worry too much about getting space for that. And I think that's all the trainers on this route, unless there's some in the middle of this pond over here. But we are going to have to surf to get to the grass. I'm just trying to figure out what the best way to do that is, because I don't want another water-type Pokemon. We already have Cordelia, and I feel like I'd probably end up with something like a Goldeen or something like that, which isn't all that good. So I think there's some cool stuff you can catch in the middle of the pond here. So we're gonna go ahead and head over that way. Let's put Brussel in the lead so we can put something to sleep if we need to. Speaking of Brussel, we should probably take that experience share off. I'll do that in between doing stuff. If I catch something here, I may end up replacing Caesar with whatever it is. Alright, there we go. Okay, let's see what we can find here. Ooh, nice! This is exactly what I was looking for. A Lickitung. That's awesome. Okay. I don't think I've ever used the Lickitung, so I'm really excited for this. Okay, perfect. We gotta get 2 cuts off, and then put it to sleep. Yeah, that's not gonna do too much. Yeah, this is what I was looking for because Lickitung is not a very common Pokemon, and I have not ever used one before, so it should be a pretty fun Pokemon to use. I don't know what its stats are. I think it's kind of good all around, so we could use it to do some special attacking and some physical attacking. And obviously we get that stab normal type, those stab normal type attacks, and we could probably end up getting return on it at some point after we boost up its happiness a little bit and all that. And I think it could be pretty good. Not doing too much right now, but we are a bit over leveled. Come on now, come on! That's 3 in a row. Sleep Powder has 75% accuracy. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure it does. This is just pathetic. I mean, come on now, Brussel. Come on. Okay, I guess we're gonna heal up. Do we have a full restore by any chance? Because I really don't want to be dealing with that stupid confusion. Let's see. I guess I'm going to the Hyper Potion. That'll have to do. And then hopefully Brussel snaps out of confusion and manages to land a Sleep Powder, because I'm pretty sure Lickitung has a fairly difficult catch rate, and we do... Oh, now we're paralyzed too. That's nice. Pretty sure Brussel has a pretty difficult catch rate, so we gotta be careful about... Or, not Brussel. I'm pretty sure Lickitung has a fairly difficult catch rate, so we gotta make sure we put it to sleep, because otherwise I'm not sure we'd be able to catch it. And now we're having a really hard time. There we go. There we go. It's about time. Jeez. Alright, let's throw a couple Pokeballs and see if anything sticks. There we go. Perfect. First try. I really didn't expect that. I thought it would take a couple of Pokeballs. That's awesome. Okay, now I need to come up with a nickname for Lickitung. Let's go with... Well, Lickitung is pink, and it's a girl, so let's go with Rose. I think that could be a decent nickname for a Lickitung. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut, and when I'm back with you guys, I'll have added Rose to my party and hopefully dump some of my items. See you guys in a second. Okay, and now we're back for a brief second here. So here's the plan for Ice Path, because it's a... Oops, didn't mean to do that. Because it's a long dungeon with no trainers or much of anything of interest, I'm just gonna do a speed montage through this, and I'll meet you guys on the other side here. So, let's go ahead and cue the music. No, wait, not that music. Okay, let's try this again. Alrighty, now that we've arrived in Blackthorn City, we're going to turn right back around and go back into the ice cave, because I realized I forgot to do a catch in this area. I used repels all the way through the cave just to make sure I didn't run into anything, but we'll go ahead and consider whatever we find here as our first catch, because we didn't actually run into anything. But I didn't want to break up the montage there, and it's a Delibird. It's a frickin' Delibird. I guess we'll catch it. I guess we'll catch it. I was really hoping for something like a Jinx or even a Swinub, because they could have been really helpful in the next gym, but Delibird? Delibird. Yeah, no. No. Alright, well, we're gonna catch it anyway, because, you know, why not? But, yeah, Delibird is a pretty much completely useless Pokemon in pretty much every single way, so we're not even gonna waste any Crate Balls on it. Yeah, it's got low stats, doesn't really learn any decent moves, I don't think. I guess we might have to use a Great Ball, unfortunately. It's really not worth 600 Pokédollars, though. Yeah, it doesn't have any good moves, it has terrible stats. Its stats are probably on par with something like a base form starter, probably. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, because I haven't ever used one, I just know that they're kind of terrible. And its signature attack present can sometimes do a random amount of damage, like, whoa, that actually did quite a bit. Maybe I should stop insulting Delibird here, but it does a random amount of damage, or it could also heal you, which is nice, but I don't want to rely on that, so let's go ahead and heal Cordelia up, just to be sure. We don't want to run into any unlucky criticals to get killed by a Delibird, because that would just be sad. Yeah, it's still doing damage here, but that's doing an awful lot. Maybe I'm underestimating Delibird. Maybe I'm going to have to use it. Oh, I was going to use Hypnosis again, wasn't I? Oh well. I don't know. Is it really worth catching, though? Is it really? Well, there we go. There we go. Okay. And because Delibird is the present Pokemon, and this one's a female, we're going to name it Mrs. If we can fit this. I think we can. Mrs. Claus. Yes, there we go. Okay, Mrs. Claus, you will probably never see any use because Delibird is just not a very good Pokemon, but I guess if it comes down to it, and we come close to wiping in the gym here, then we might end up having to use Delibird. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna heal up here real quick. Not doing the gym this episode because I feel like I have a bit of grinding to do before that. Obviously, we didn't run into any wild Pokemon other than Delibird in Ice Pass, so I didn't get a chance to raise Rose up any levels. But we do have a route to the south that we're going to take on that has a whole bunch of trainers. And I do want to make sure that, let's go ahead and look at my team real quick. I want to make sure that Petra and Hercules have evolved. And probably Jet too. Jet's probably getting close to evolving. I think Pidgeotto evolved into Pidgeot at level 36. So if we can get those guys evolved, and I really want to get a Leaf Stone too. Did we ever... I'm going to go back somewhere real quick. Because I don't remember if we ever gave our phone number to the person who gives you a Leaf Stone. Actually, you know, before we fly back there, I could probably check in my phone. That would be smart of me before I waste everybody's time running all the way down there. No, we have not been getting phone numbers. I keep forgetting that you have to actually talk to the trainers after you fight them to get their phone numbers, and so yeah, we basically could have missed out on an opportunity to get a Leaf Stone here. But the trainer we need to talk to is a Picnicker down here, the one who had a Bulbasaur. By the way, I never fought these policemen, I just realized that. Not really worth it right now. And also, we have two guys, I think we have two guys, in the daycare that I completely forgot about. We got a Zubat, and we got, I think, a Drowsy. So I guess at some point, if we run out of Pokemon, we could always come back here and pick up some of those as well. Okay, so let's get a phone number from the Picnicker here, and hopefully get a call from her at some point for a Leaf Stone, because I'd really like to get Bristle evolved at some point. Oops. Okay, I probably should have just flown out of there from there, but oh well. Now we can fly back to Blackthorn City, and then we'll head down that route to the south there, and hopefully at some point we get a phone call from the Picnicker down there. What I might end up doing, this is kind of cheaty, is I might just, you know, put on something to watch and put on the fast forward button on here, and just run back and forth until I get a phone call from her, and hopefully get a Leaf Stone, because I don't want to, you know, go all the way to the Elite Four with a Weeping Bell. Also, we get another catch here, so let's see what we can come up with. Geodude is not eligible because we already caught a Geodude, and we actually currently have a Graveler in our team. So let's hopefully not get self-destructed. Luckily, Geodudes in this generation do not have the sturdy ability, so we don't have to worry about surviving this and all that. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut until we actually find something we can catch. You know what? Forget it. I went through a whole bunch of different encounters, and all I found was Geodudes and Gravelers. I think you can find Skarmory here, but I'm not going to spend too much time running back and forth trying to find one Pokemon that might be here. Okay, and continuing on, this route gets a little bit annoying because all these one-way ledges, and you have to actually go up and down like 3 times, I think, to get all the trainers and all the items. So yeah, and these trainers' levels are actually surprisingly lower than I thought they would be, because the next gym we have coming up, the Claire's Kingdra is going to be level 40, and the trainers we're fighting here still have Pokemon in the mid-20s, which concerns me because we're not really getting that much experience. So we're going to have to find somewhere to grind up levels somewhere. I mean, I might just put the experience share on whoever needs to level up and then use Bristle or Cordelia to do a whole bunch of one-hit KOs on Gravelers and Geodudes. I feel like that might be the easiest way to get some levels, and I'll probably just, you know, go through a bit of a grinding session, put on something to watch. And yeah. And Cordelia just tried to learn Perish Song. No thanks. That's a move that when you use it, it starts a countdown, and after 3 turns, both Pokemon are knocked out. It's Youngster Joey again. And of course, he can't be the Picnicker we need to talk to. And apparently he wants to battle us. We might go back and do that, but it's still just one battle, and I don't know if it's worth, you know, running all the way back there. So anyways, not really going to worry about too much about berries. I actually sold off all the apricorns I had because I haven't been worrying about going back and getting Pokeballs made, so I didn't even feel like I needed to use them. But anyways, I think we're about done with this side of the route. This is how I usually do it. I'll do the left side first, then the center, and then the right side, and that way I make sure that I don't miss anything. And that trainer just had 2 Ponytas at level 16. 16 at this point in the game. I mean, I don't think there's any way you could have gotten here unless, I don't know, because I don't feel like you could even get to this point unless you'd already beaten, you know, at least gym number 4, at which point the Pokemon you fight are already level, like, in their 20s. Like, I don't know. Like this game, as much as I love it, I mean, I love it a lot for nostalgia reasons because, as I mentioned, I think in the first episode, Pokemon Silver was my first Pokemon game. But as much as I love it, there are so many problems with it. I mean, just the level curve is just so off. Like, I mean, I think the first time I played Pokemon Soul Silver, my Pokemon were in the mid-30s when I fought the Elite Four. I mean, that's probably the lowest I've ever been, and felt like I was actually ready to take on the Elite Four, you know? But yeah, I mean, I understand that they have, you know, 16 badges in this game, so they kind of feel like they have to space out the levels a bit so that, you know, you don't get to level 100 before you beat the game or something like that. But I mean, even in Kanto, the gyms are fairly low level, and there's a lot of, like, the wild Pokemon are the kind of levels that you'd find if you were playing through Red, Blue, or Yellow. Like, over near Pallet Town, the Pokemon are still level 2 or 3, which is a little ridiculous. The trainers are higher level, of course. But the gyms, I mean, I think all the gyms stay about the same level. They're all, like, in their 40s, which is lower level than the champion's ace Pokemon. Is one of his Dragonites is level 30, or not 30, what am I saying? Level 50. So I'm pretty sure a lot of the gyms, I know in the remakes they kind of fixed the level curve in Kanto a little bit, but still, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they could have done a lot more fixing with that. So we went to the left last time, so we should be able to go down this way. And this guy we did fight already, and I think that's it for this time through, because we'll go over to the right next time. Let's see if there's anything else down this way that we missed, because we went to the left over there, and there's nothing up here. Okay, so we got one more leg of this little trip here. So let's fly back up to Blackthorn one more time. And then after we get through all these trainers, we're probably going to end the episode off there, and that way I can do some grinding. Did not get nearly enough experience from these few battles to make it worthwhile, so we're going to have to do a whole bunch of grinding on wild Pokemon, because I'm extremely worried about the next gym. We don't have much of anything to take on reliably Claire's Kingdra, so that's going to be tough. I mean, we got nobody who can learn Dragon-type moves, and that's the only thing it's weak to. And in terms of resisting it, we have Cordelia can resist the Water-type moves, and Bristle can resist the Water-type moves, but nobody will resist Dragon. So, yeah, there's a chance we could be in some serious trouble. So this guy we fought already. Okay. Oh, he wants our phone number. Sure, why not? We got extra space, so I guess if he challenges us to a rematch, we might as well run back here, because I'll probably be doing my grinding over here, like I mentioned before. I'll probably be fighting some wild Geodudes and Gravelers, and one-hit KOing them so that we don't have to deal with self-destruct, because I know that they know self-destruct, and that could be really bad. Oh geez, speaking of self-destruct, that was a Golem, which was not something I was expecting, and that took me from full health to 8 health. That was way too close. We're getting Hercules out of there. Oh man, that self-destruct is going to be the death of me at some point. Okay, and let's get Hercules out of the lead spot. And who else needs experience? Jet needs experience. Although we may be out of trainers already. I don't think there's much more down this way. There's a nice little pool down here. I guess I could catch a Pokemon in this pool if I wanted to, because I still have only found Geodudes and Gravelers. But it feels kind of cheaty to have encountered so many Pokemon. I mean, considering you're supposed to catch the first Pokemon on a route, it feels kind of cheaty to have encountered, you know, however many Pokemon I've encountered, probably close to a dozen at this point, I feel like, and still be able to catch something. So I think I'm just gonna say that route's now off limits. Like, I mean, I tried to look for something and nothing popped up, so I'm just gonna say that route's off limit. I'm not gonna catch anything there. I guess if it comes down to it and I lose all my Pokemon except for one or something like that, I need to, you know, catch something else. Maybe I'll count it again. But I think there are some routes that I didn't catch Pokemon on already that I could go back to as well. But anyways, that's going to end off this episode here. In the next video, I'll meet you over at Claire's gym up here, and hopefully we'll have some higher leveled Pokemon. I'd like to get my Pokemon. I know Petra and Hercules are going to evolve at level 38 because that's the level I set for them. So we'll at least have them at 38 to evolve, and we'll try and get everybody else up to that level. I don't want to grind to the point where I'm at like level 50 and the gym's a cakewalk. I want to at least, you know, have some difficulty still. I'm not going to, you know, go crazy with the grinding, but right now I feel like I'm not prepared for the gym, so I want to make sure that we're set and ready. And of course, any grinding I do will also be helpful when we come up against Elite Four, which is coming up pretty soon. So yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you're excited for this next episode, because I know it's going to be nutso. I keep talking about Claire's Kingdra, and I am just so worried that it's going to be the end of us. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Pokemon Silver Nuzlocke.